Today, we're diving into Witlingo and looking at how we can actually build better resident communication for affordable housing. Now, if you work in this field, you already know. You and your teams handle an absolute mountain of vital communication every single day. I mean, think about it. From notices and reminders to document requests, appointments, inspections, service programs, rent updates, community events, emergency alerts, the sheer volume of information that has to be exchanged with residents is just staggering. And frankly, it can get incredibly overwhelming.
So I really want you to ask yourself, how much time is your team actually losing right now, just trying to manage all this scattered resident communication? It's a massive operational drag. Every single day, property teams are burning precious hours managing these critical notices, handling crucial document requests, and, trying to blast out emergency alerts using methods that honestly belong in a different decade. When your communication methods are outdated, the entire operation slows to a crawl, and the frustration for both your staff and your residents goes way up.
We like to call this current state manual, scattered, and really hard to prove. We are talking about paper notices taped to doors, endless spreadsheets, a barrage of phone calls, overflowing email inboxes, sticky notes attached to monitors, and sometimes just relying on staff memory to remember who needs what. Your staff is working incredibly hard, but they are completely hindered by their tools. It's not a lack of effort that causes communication to slip through the cracks, right? It's the chaotic, disjointed systems they are forced to use. But here's the thing we really need to acknowledge. The problem is not simply sending messages. Firing off a text or printing a flyer, that is only a tiny fraction of the actual job. If resident communication was just about hitting send, well, this wouldn't be an issue at all. The real friction happens after the message leaves your desk. Okay, let's dive into this rule of four because it brilliantly captures the true challenge for affordable housing teams. It's not about the sending. It's about making sure residents are actually reached. It's about making sure deadlines are accurately tracked. It's ensuring attendance for community events is recorded. And perhaps absolutely crucial for compliance and leadership, it's about being able to prove what happened, when it happened, and exactly who was involved. Now, one of the biggest hurdles to actually reaching residents is the language barrier. Your residents need information they can actually understand, and obviously, they don't all speak English as a first language. Witlingo directly addresses this by supporting communication in more than 50 languages. 50! This is a total game changer. It means your teams can instantly reach out with messages that residents can comprehend and act on without spending hours trying to coordinate third-party translations. Let's contrast the limitations of the past with the diverse preferences of modern residents. The old ways, relying on English-only paper notices slipped under a door, are fundamentally failing both your compliance requirements and your engagement goals. Residents today just do not all communicate the same way. Some will only respond to a text message. Some prefer a phone call or an email. Some want to use a mobile app, while others benefit immensely from reminders delivered directly to a smart speaker in their unit. The modern resident requires a modern, multi-channel approach, for sure. So this is where Witlingo steps in as the hero here, replacing all that previous chaos with one single, unified resident communication layer. Imagine taking all your reminders, your deadlines, your notices, your follow-ups, your translations, your attendance tracking, and your proof of delivery, and putting the whole shebang into one centralized shared system. That is exactly what the Witlingo solution provides. And this isn't just a tool for one specific person sitting at the front desk either. Witlingo provides shared access across the entire organizational spectrum. Property managers, service coordinators, compliance teams, leadership. Everyone can work from the exact same system, seeing the exact same data. Plus, it includes a staff mobile app, which means your property teams can manage vital communication and track resident activity while they're walking the property or away from their desk, untethering them from the office. Section 1. Tracking deadlines and events. Let's move to the operational side and see how this builds into actionable daily workflows for your property teams. Think about deadline tracking, which is, as we know, a massive source of stress in affordable housing. With Witlingo, staff can assign residents important deadlines and immediately know who is due soon, who is currently past due, and then, boom, send targeted reminders with a single click. Imagine knowing exactly who needs a nudge and sending it effortlessly before a small, easily fixed missed deadline snowballs into an urgent, costly compliance problem. And it goes way beyond just compliance, too. For service coordinators and community staff, this transforms how community programs and services are run. You can seamlessly promote events, track resident signups in real time, and easily record attendance. This paints a crystal clear picture of who is actively participating in community life and who might be a bit isolated and in need of more dedicated outreach. Section 2. Proof, Visibility, and Outcomes. Now, let's zoom out from the ground level to see the eagle-eye visibility this provides to management and leadership. When it comes to proof of delivery, Witlingo really flexes its muscles for compliance. You can see exactly what was sent, who received it, the specific channel used, the language it was delivered in, and precisely who still needs a follow-up. It takes a historically scattered mass of sticky notes and he said, she said, and turns it into a clear, indisputable operational record. For leadership, the visibility extends across every single property in the portfolio. Managers are no longer in the dark. They get total visibility to monitor total notifications sent, the actual delivery receipt rates, content types, days, times, and open follow-ups in real time. You aren't just hoping your properties are communicating effectively, you are seeing it proven. Ultimately, what does this all lead to? Well, the outcomes are incredibly tangible. Fewer missed deadlines, drastically less manual chasing by your staff, fundamentally better resident service, stronger participation in your events, and significantly cleaner reporting. The result is pure organizational peace of mind. And the best part is, teams can start by implementing just one workflow, say just deadline reminders, prove the value locally, and then confidently expand it across the entire portfolio. By pulling all of these scattered methods into one smart layer, you drastically reduce the cost and risk of resident communication. When you make it incredibly easy to send, track, translate, and definitively prove every single interaction, affordable housing organizations fundamentally shield themselves from operational risk while elevating the resident experience. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Your affordable housing teams are working incredibly hard every day. Isn't it time your communication systems worked just as hard as they do? Stop relying on scattered paper and memory. Step into the future of unified, trackable communication. To explore more, you can schedule a demo at witlingo.com. But I'll leave you with this question to consider today. If your communication systems are still stuck in the past, how much of your community's future is slipping through the cracks? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and we will see you on the next one.